2 weeks? U.S. on the brink of World War III? The world really must be ending. Okay, yes, probably, but whatever. Deal with it, life goes on. Yada, yada, yada. All ready to cover this shipwreck of a story. Got me some penis gummies. Love me some gummy penises. Shit, that is hard. Who can say where the road goes? Whatever. In today's episode of
Everything is sexist.
Hashtag everything is sexist, Travelodge manager accuses father of being a pedophile when he booked in with his daughter. Okay, so this story hits close to home for me, as I was for the most part raised by a single father who did his absolute best, and we all see what that result was. Love me some gummy penises. And we traveled a lot. This could have been easily a situation that would have happened in my family. I get very defensive of the man who is the reason behind why I am who I am today. Part of the reason why I'm making this series is because I grew up in a house full of guys, and this demonization of men utterly befuddles me. I mean, seriously, how can you be prejudiced against an entire group of people based on their genitals, or their Y chromosome, or their testosterone levels? It's just ridiculous. You know, there's a word for that. I think it's sexism. Wait, no, that can't be it. You can't be sexist against men. Maybe you can. Of course you can. Anyway, let's get into this story for today. A father said that he was accused of being a pedophile by staff at Travelodge when he went to stay at one of their hotels with his daughter. Craig Darwell, 46, booked a room in Tristey, Surrey, with daughter Millie, 13, for a planned trip to Thrope Park. But a manager asked him to prove he was her father by showing private Facebook messages between them. Back up. Private Facebook messages. I mean, I don't know one person who would be okay with showing me their phone, let alone their Facebook messages. Like, that's just messed up to me. Anyway, continuing on. Police were called to investigate, but Mr. Darwell, whose wife died of cancer when Millie was 4, said it ruined their time together. Well, I would imagine so. Boy! Honestly, this isn't something that anyone should have to go through. Like, what the hell? This is some traumatic shit. Forget microaggressions. Someone just accused this man of being a child predator to his own daughter, and Francesca Ramsey has the gall to complain about people who think that people are racist because 2 people look somewhat alike. Like, no, step off. Does this picture give off any social cues or signs that one person is being abused? No, not at all. She's leaning in towards him and even up against him. She's smiling. Let me explain something to you, oh genius manager person. When you're holding negative feeling towards a person, or someone makes you uncomfortable, you tend to put as much distance between you and them as physically possible, not less. Where'd this manager learn about social cues? Marvel Avengers issue number 200. I understand that was an obscure reference, and I'm a little bit ashamed, but I don't care. Staff at Travelodge in Tristey became suspicious. Suspicious of what? What exactly gave you people the impression that this man was a predator? What about this man screams predator to you? Is it the fact that he just happened to be in the possession of a penis at the time? What, vacationing while male? Fathering under the influence of testosterone? I don't know. What are the signs that you saw that gave you the impression that this man was a threat to this little girl? I want to know. Please. It was bizarre and really offensive. Then he told me that he'd already called the police, so I had to wait for them to arrive. I'll bet if it was a mother and her son, you wouldn't have done a goddamn thing. Luckily, it took them about 2 seconds to realize he had gotten the wrong end of the stick, but it ruined the weekend for me. Now, I'm pretty sure he's talking about the cops in this instance, and I would assume that this is because cops have probably seen actual instances of child exploitation and thus know actually what they're looking at when they're looking at it. A spokesperson for Travelodge said, "We take our responsibilities towards protecting children and vulnerable young people extremely seriously. Maybe you should take yourselves less seriously, especially if you're calling the cops after he showed you evidence to the contrary of what you initially perceived. Aren't we supposed to be giving people the benefit of the doubt?" Our colleagues are trained based on current national guidelines from the NSPCC, the police and other agencies in the past. Hotel team actions have led to successful intervention to protect young people. You could you could have done better than, say, an optional 2-hour Saturday seminar. I have no idea. I'm just speculating here. You done goofed, though, because when you are equipping people with the capability to make such accusations that could ruin people's lives, and they have before, as there have been fathers accused of pedophilia by vindictive mothers in multiple cases, and their lives have been ruined, you should have some solid evidence. You should have some basic understanding of the situations, instances, and context that they are going to be asked to play judge on. Clearly, fine judgments have to be made, and we clearly regret any distress or inconvenience caused to Mr. Darwell on this occasion. We are undertaking a full investigation into the circumstances, and will take careful note of any lessons learned in due course, including additional training where appropriate. In the meantime, we would like to apologize to Mr. Darwell for the situation he encountered. Okay, sure, apologize, but are you going to compensate the family for the distress and inconvenience you caused them? I would imagine such an occurrence would seriously ruin any possible enjoyment of the trip, and we will be making further contact with him as our investigation continues. That sounds a tad ominous, considering the contact that you already had. Police said we were called by a member of the staff at the Travelodge on Guilford Street in Chertsey on Thursday, 30th of March, just after 8 p.m., following a concern for safety. Officers attended and made no arrests. No further inquiries will take place. Hotels, taxi companies, and other licensed premises have recently been equipped with the right knowledge to identify children who would be at risk of exploitation under Operation Make Safe. See, what really pisses me off about this is that it isn't, well, it is, but it's not necessarily the manager man's fault. I mean, he did take it too far. That was his fault. He's been conditioned by society and SJWs to assume that men are all rapists. Because when you have hashtags like yes all men and sensationalist news articles and gender studies programs that attack the patriarchy and toxic masculinity, and when you have, for recent example, last week's topic of outrage, confessionals for men, the penis holders, because they sinned just by being masculine, you get shit like this. A paranoid mentality of victimization that's a huge problem. Feminism has done so much damage in this respect to society. Now, men are thought of as horrible people all around, and women are thought of as perpetual victims. No wonder people don't want to identify as either gender. Neither of those generalizations sound very fun. I honestly hope this man and his daughter get some justice or something, compensation even, because this is ridiculous. Okay, if you want to share your experiences and shit, or you find a story and you want me to cover, or whatever, you can send me an email about it with the subject line, #everythingisSexist, or at me on Minds, or on Twitter with the #everythingisSexist, because
everything is sexist.
Bye.